So besides putting all my faith and trust into the man above, I wanted to share with you guys some of the actual resources that I use to help me pass the NCLEX. I know in my previous video, I talked about a few things that I did to pass the NCLEX, but it was like a little bit of things that I did leave out. And I'm like, let me let them know like some of the resources that I actually used that I really thought was actually helpful. And I know this is a time that people are trying to prepare for their boards and they just need a little motivation, and I'm here to give it to you. And I feel like if you clicked on this video and you're getting ready to study for your boards, you're getting ready to take your boards, you are going to pass. You are going to pass. Have faith in yourself. You got this. So the main resource that I use to study for the NCLEX, of course, like I said in my previous video, was Archer Review. I absolutely love Archer. I feel like it was very helpful. I will say Archer prepared me to get familiar with answering the questions and understanding how to answer the questions the right way. I will say I do feel like Archer kind of like mimicked the NCLEX in a way. Like some of the questions and how they were worded were kind of like similar to how the practice question was on NCLEX. Now, I did tell you guys in my previous video that my school did come with ATI, and ATI questions were definitely different from Archer questions, but I feel like Archer questions were similar to the NCLEX questions. Things that I do like about Archer is that you can take up to 3 readiness assessments, and those assessments is going to let you know if you're ready or if you're not. Now, I don't think you should really go off the assessment, but it's still a good feel to see like if you're ready and what systems that you may need to focus more on. Now, I do feel like the readiness assessments was good, but like I said, I was doing horrible on them. I think they were very helpful to understand like what you need to focus on and to understand like how you may be answering the questions wrong. But for me, I wasn't doing the best on them, but I do feel like they were very helpful. Also with Archer, they do have like a 3-day crash course that I thought was very helpful. It's like live streams that's pre-recorded. It's students that's on there, and you can kind of like go back. So you could take notes, and they're basically just breaking down each system, like literally everything that will be on the NCLEX. They break it down into little sections, like day 1, day 2, and day 3. I want to say, I think it's 3 days, but I do feel like those was very, very helpful. But for me, I think the crash courses was really good if you kind of like sat down in a quiet place, you know, and take some notes, kind of highlight some things and go back to what they were saying. After each section that I would like listen to throughout that day, and I would go back and answer the questions for each system. I also feel like the case studies that were on Archer were very similar to the ones that I got on the NCLEX. It lets you know why you didn't get it right. It gives you a brief summary of why this is the right answer. And also explains all the other ones that weren't the answer and explains what they relate to. So I do feel like the case studies was extremely helpful when it came to Archer. I would say that Archer was a really good fit for me. Now again, what may be good for me may not be good for you. Some people may like Archer, some people may not, but for me, I really liked Archer, and I think that it was very helpful and a good resource. The next resource that I used that I thought was really, really helpful was a YouTuber named Nexus Nursing. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Nexus Nursing. All I know is that her name is Professor D on YouTube, and I would definitely leave her information in the description below. But her videos were so helpful, and she's right here on YouTube. She literally has a video for everything. Now, I personally don't think that you should only watch her videos just for the NCLEX. You honestly can watch her video just being in nursing school. But she has videos on literally everything that you need to know regarding the NCLEX. And what I like about her is that she's so straightforward. She gets to the point. She don't do all that sugarcoat in the beginning. Like, she gets straight to the point. I love how each video she say a prayer. Like, she just makes you feel like you can do it. She really makes you feel like you got this. So if you are looking for some motivation, you need to go check her out. So Professor D will give you a question, and she'll have like multiple choice, like A, B, C, D. She'll read the question and she'll go over the multiple choice possible answers, and she'll take like a few seconds, and then she'll come back into explaining what the answer is. So what I used to do and how I used to use her was I would literally sit at the table, have my little notebook. Once she say the question, like it's right there on the screen, I'll pause. And I'll try to look at the possible, you know, answers, and I'll try to answer it myself. And then, you know, I hit play, and then she'll come back and she'll explain what's the answer. So I feel like that really helped me, because what she do is she breaks it down why it's the answer, and she breaks it down why it's not the answer. I really think she was very, very helpful, and it's free. Like, this is something that you do not have to pay for. It's literally right here on YouTube, and I think she's phenomenal. So if you get the chance, check her out. The information will be in my description. The last resource that I think that was very, very helpful was Mark Klimek's. I think that's how you pronounce it. Mark Klimek's, Mark K. You may hear Mark Klimek's, Mark K, whatever. Mark K is what I use. And the only thing with this is that I'm not for sure how you actually get the lectures. So he have lectures on everything that you need to know on the NCLEX. First of all, he used to make the NCLEX like back in the day, and he had to choose between continuing making the NCLEX or helping his students. So he decided to not really be part of making the NCLEX anymore, and he just started just teaching students on how to pass the NCLEX. So it don't really get no better than that. Like, someone you're getting information that who literally used to make the NCLEX. Like, come on, like, I'm gonna trust what he's saying. One of my school friends had sent me an email with his lectures, and then I was able to print out the notes, and it's not a way where I can like share the email link. So I don't know, but all I know is that he is very, very helpful. I printed out the lectures and I listened to the lectures, and he literally have them on everything you need to know regarding NCLEX. The main thing that I did when it came to Mark K, I listened to his prioritization and delegation. When I say that lecture alone help me for the NCLEX, because on the NCLEX you're going to get a lot of prioritization and delegation, and you need to know how to answer those questions. So if I'm you and you're watching this video and you're getting ready to take your NCLEX, or you're getting ready to study, or you're in the middle of studying, focus on prioritization and delegation and see if you can find a way to get Mark K prioritization delegation lectures, because when I say he's so helpful, he literally breaks it down in a way that you need to know, in a way that you will understand. He gives you so many tips and tricks on how to actually answer the questions. I really can't explain it, but like, it works. I don't know, it works. Like, no different words will have you, like, if it's a, you know, this, then it's not this, or if it's this, then it's this. Like, I don't know, but he's very helpful. When I say I listen to him driving into work, I listen to him while I was at work, and he's just so straightforward, and I just feel like he was very, very helpful. So you guys, those are the main resources that I use that help me pass the NCLEX. But of course, again, you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust in God, and you have to understand that once you put the work in and you know you've been dedicated to studying, you will pass. I just want you to know you got this. Do not be nervous. Do not be scared. It's already yours. You know the material. God didn't get you this far for you to fail. You got this. Wishing everyone nothing but success on their NCLEX. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.